Listen, I used to like Nick, even though I'm black, yes. He's Jester, he's a clown. I used to find his rants entertaining. I used to find his super chats entertaining. Sometimes he would make nuanced arguments. For example, I didn't know, obviously, I didn't know about world Jewry. Obviously, I disagree with his conclusion, but I didn't know that the Jews had a Jewish World Congress or Jewish World Senate. It's not necessarily bad, it's not necessarily good. I haven't really got a particular opinion on it, but this latest rant that he went on, he's paying bills. He's grifting. He's grifting. Let's get into this clip.
The modern left was conceived of by Jewish intellectuals, codified by Jewish lawyers, fought for by Jewish revolutionaries, paid for by Jewish billionaires.
And so is the modern right. Who do you think gave Donald Trump 250 million? It wasn't the fucking Italians and Mexicans, I can tell you that for free. It was a Jewish Israeli. Which think tank is responsible for right-wing policy? Heritage. Who runs Heritage? Christians, Zionists, and Jews. So what the fuck is your point, bro? And I get it. He doesn't believe anything that he's saying. He doesn't even respect his audience. He's just feeding his cows slop. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for slop. Jewish slop.
The left is anti-Zionist. They are not anti-Israel. They are not anti-Jewish.
Being anti-Zionist is being anti-Israel. I mean, how can you separate the two? Zionism is the belief that Jews have a right to Israel. And if you're anti that, then how do you support Israel? And I believe it's a generational thing. Obviously, all the liberals are Zionists. And they can fuck off too. Yes, they live closer to the Holocaust. Yes, they take it way more serious than my generation, Generation Z. But in 2026, how can you be a Zionist and still call yourself a liberal after what we've witnessed? So yes, they too can fuck off. Unlike younger Jews, I believe, a lot of them did vote for Mamdani, and he's not the biggest fan of Israel. Yes, he plays a political game. Yes, he says Israel has the right to exist as a state for all. But if he wasn't in politics, he would be saying Israel is an abomination, like the rest of us. So, and a lot of Jews supported him. So, I believe it's a generational thing. So, and what's the excuse of the GOP? And so what if quote-unquote lefties don't hate Jews? Bitch. So what? Aren't you supposed to be a Christian? Huh? And I'm not going to use that excuse of, you can only be a real Christian if you bless Israel. Nah, and I'm Christian. I don't agree with that, but on the very least, even if you don't see them as an ally, you have to love your enemy, bitch. And Nick Fuentes doesn't. He's not secular. He hasn't got the excuse of, he's just a social Christian. He's not. He laughs as an devout Catholic.
As a matter of fact, the left and the Jewish community are inextricable. They cannot be separated.
Well, they have been separated. What are you talking about? They have been separated. Who do you think most billionaire Jews fund nowadays? Who do you think Jewish Zionists, which most of them are, who do you think they support? The left or the right? Who do you think, which party supports Israel more? It's not the left. What is he talking about? He's literally playing into this left versus right game. And a couple months ago, which is why I fucked with him, I thought he was above it. I thought he transcended it. Honestly, I'm glad that he hasn't. Because if he built a populist fan base, if he had like a Candace Owens level fan base, it would be scary. It would be scary. Jews, black people, every minority, we would be fucked. We would be fucked. Not because he's playing this partisan Oh yes, actually the left. Everything is the left. We need to defeat the left. He's limited his power level because the right doesn't fuck with him, the left doesn't fuck with him. He's going to be on the fringes of the right. He's going to be super alt-right, where he doesn't really achieve anything. He just commentates, people send her money, and he just goes on about his day and just spews BS. Lucky for us, he doesn't believe in anything. Lucky for us, he hasn't got the foresight to build a unified coalition that can actually, like for real, affect change. But now, no one's scared of him. The Jews are more scared of Candace Owens now than this iteration of Nick Fuentes, because a couple months ago, he did try to build a big tent. He tried to unify with leftists. He told people to vote for Gavin Newsom. He literally supported Gavin Newsom. Out of all people, he supported Gavin Newsom. Now he's back to, it's actually the left. And the Jews aren't scared of him anymore. They're more afraid of Candace Owens. Because he killed his own power. He limited his own power. He went on Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan forced him to double down. And now he's a super fringe, racist, anti-Semitic, Epstein-loving, Mexican, Catholic-larping grifter.
The only reason the left criticizes Zionism is because of their leftist ideology. They see Israel as a capitalist country, an extension of U.S. hegemony. They see it as a flavor of white supremacy, that you have a fair-skinned group allied with the British Empire and the United States oppressing brown-skinned Muslims.
The only reason the left criticizes Israel is because of their left-wing ideology. It is white supremacy. It is... What, bro? What? Of course, bro. My guy, I mean, why else would we criticize Israel, bro? We're not naturally anti-Semitic. What? Because our Jews are this and... He wants people to criticize Israel because of his Hitler Nazi ideology, that Jews run everything, so therefore we need to destroy Israel. My guy, we don't care, bro. It's because it's if they form the country without oppressing anyone, or without where everyone has rights, and where it's not a country that is formed strictly on the basis of race and religion, then we would not have an issue. Yes, you're right. Yes, but the fact that they're discriminating against another group of people is the reason we've got an issue. And it's the reason Israel's an abomination. Yes, you're right, bro. He wants people to be against Israel because of the fact it's Jews having their own country. Get the fuck out, bro. And the thing is, he's an Epstein dick sucker. He said Epstein is a cool guy, so clearly you're not as anti-Semitic as you want people to believe. And it's funny that it might sound weird that I'm saying in a derogatory term, like as if we want him to be more anti-Semitic, but in his world, that is literally derogatory. Like Candace Owens, that's why he hates Candace Owens. That's why he hates her. 1, she's black. 2, she's a woman. And 3, she's genuinely anti-Semitic. She believes the bullshit that she spews.
But if Israel became a liberal state, they would support it.
Yes, if Israel was a one state, if the one state solution was possible, and every Palestinian has the same rights as every Israeli, yes, we would not give a fuck. What, you want us to fight fucking crusades, bro?
And by the way, many Jews are anti-Zionist while being pro-Jewish. They want Jewish billionaires to keep funding communism. They want Jewish billionaires to keep funding the left. They want for America to be a pluralistic country.
This is funny because, for one, I mean, isn't America a country built for immigrants by immigrants? I mean, I'm not American, but I thought that's the whole point of America. If you want to stay with your own people, you should have stayed in fucking Poland, Italy, Mexico, Ireland, or wherever the fuck you came from. Why would you move to a country that's got a big population of black people and every other ethnicity and then complain about, oh, it's too pluralistic. Oh, it's the Jews and he's literally a pluralistic person. He's a mixed race person. He's not even white. He's just very pale. Like, imagine Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican boxer, being born in. Imagine he was born in America, and now he's the white nationalist savior. What? Make it make fucking sense, bro. And he's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm Irish and Italian. First of all, Irish. I fuck off the Irish, I really do, but internally, like spiritually, they're brown. Yeah? Obviously they're pale, they're white, but internally they're brown. Italians, outwardly, on the outside, are even brown. So in what way are you white? You're not Anglo. You're not Anglo-Saxon. It was built by Anglo-Saxon. Why are you LARPing as an Anglo-Saxon? You're not that. You might be pale. Everyone's pale. Syrians are pale. There's some white Palestinians, bro. They're white as Mexicans, bro. And his whole identity is, oh yes, I'm as pale as you. Fuck out of it.
For all different religions, all different ethnicities. They want to promote this. They have promoted this historically. So here's the little irony. A guy like Hassan Piker or Cenk Uygur or Max Blumenthal or Ryan Grimm or Glenn Greenwald, they're trying to outflank the right by saying, hey, if you support ICE, well, you're pro-Israel.
I mean, ICE literally has headquarters in Israel, in Tel Aviv, I believe. So what the fuck are you talking about? And not only that, not only if you support ICE, you're pro-Israel. If you support anything this regime does, you're pro-Israel, likely. Because this is Zionist, this is a Zionist-sponsored, Zionist-funded regime. So if you support anything, bro, any policy, you're likely pro-Israel because you're supporting a Zionist regime. Yes.
But they're doing this in support of the most Jewish policy, which is mass immigration.
No, bitch. Mass migration is not a Jewish policy. The person that let in the most people apparently was Joe Biden, and he's Catholic. Pope Leo, the literal Pope, yeah? He's pro-immigration. He's against ICE deportation. He's against deportation to El Salvador. He's against all of that. Are we going to say, oh yes, it's the Catholics pushing for mass migration? Immigration? Of course not. That's stupid. Mass immigration is part of nature. It's as natural as giving birth. People move. They're over it, bro. You're not going to stop it. People aren't going to stay in one place. It's not going to happen. People are going to mix. It's human history. It's evolution. It's nature. Get over it, you dumb bitch. Lunch just flame. Watch just blame. Phone just ring.